Good evening. It's nighttime, and so I have to be a little bit quiet because everyone's gone to bed. I just thought I'd share a quick video about the technical aspect of doing a good video. I've been told not to say so I shan't do that again. How many times have I said that? Moment. Moment is the name of the app that I'm using to capture this. Moment is the one that does shutter speed and ISO and white balance and things like that. So it's an iPhone 7. I'm using Moment. I'm using this wireless yeah. Sorry, I just turned it off. It's one of those interchangeable wireless mics. Who knows what brand it is. When you see somebody doing a video like this, very often they're looking at the screen because that's where they are. Whereas the camera is over here, above the screen, or to the left if it's landscape. But they're always looking over here. They think they're looking at the camera, but they're not. So what I've done is I've taken two little post-its and punched a hole and drawn arrows pointing at it. And so if I were to put this over the lens, like so, if it sticks. And so now I have this pink thing with a hole in it, arrows pointing as a visual reminder for me of where to look whilst making a video. Handy little hint. That works for me. I don't know. It might not work for you, but give it a shot. It just might. Yeah, so also you'll notice I'm wearing human clothes. I'm wearing a white shirt, which is nice. And because I don't have natural light from the window, I have to make do with this thing overhead. I turn the camera around so that I'm lit from the front. Prior to this, the camera was over here, and of course that doesn't work at all. So let's put a little tripod back there. That's more like it. And yeah, the video editing software that I use is called VideoPad from NCH Software. I'm sure if my laptop was more powerful, it would be an ideal editing suite. It's a sort of low cost, but perfectly serviceable chunk of software. If you wanted to check it out, links in the description, because I've always used it. It's never let me down. But nowadays, when you add a transition, it goes all weird and pixelated. I'm sure it's the age of my machine that's the problem. But yeah, check it out. It does Windows and Mac, and it's it's video editing software. It'll do the trick. And that is it. That's the technical nuts and bolts of the whole setup so far. Eventually I will have better lighting from different angles, and I'll have diffusers and reflectors and things like that. But right now it's a 60-watt bulb over my head and a halfway decent camera app called Moment. I think it cost about £9. I think it's only iOS. It's on. There may be a version for Android, but anyway, it's well worth it. It is well worth it. It gives you such control over the camera in your phone. It's just, there's no comparison. There's really no comparison at all. It's this app and this phone that I'm going to use to make short films. Initially for fun. Who knows, it might take off, it might not. One can but hope. Yes, I remember on a previous video I was saying you got to make the opportunity and take that opportunity to figure out what you want and do it. Yes, this is where I'm at. I've been out of work for long enough now. No one's going to come to my rescue. I've got to rescue myself. And that's what everyone has to do, ultimately. So, if you're getting on a bit, or if you think you're getting on a bit, as in 45 plus or something, you're not. You are maturing nicely, and you have a lot of time ahead of you. And if you wanted to make movies, make movies. If you wanted to have a career change, have a career change. I'm currently looking into becoming a cybersecurity technician, guru, something. I don't know. Somebody qualified to do cybersecurity consultancy. And so I've just got to get busy and knuckle down and do it. And that's all there is to it. And so on that bombshell, I will bid you good night, because it is currently, hang on, oh crikey, it's 20 to 1 in the morning. This is a bad habit. Staying up late is a bad habit. Don't do it, not even on a weekend. Don't care how young you are. Get some sleep, which is what I'm going to do now. Toodle pip.